I do have a couple of questions. Thank you. We received minutes, I believe, this week. It's the first time we ever got minutes. And I was looking at the financials. I want to thank my office and my intern. I had them go through it because it was a lot to try to hurry up and get before we got this meeting. But there were a couple things that jumped out at me. And I wanted to make sure, and you gave us 19, I think I got 19 to 23. So if we go to 19, that was before COVID, and we look at the amount of money, it says appropriation amount $530,456. I would assume that's what was requested as before I got here, requested of the county at that time. Unexpended balance, it had on here, and I make sure I'm reading this right, as $481,064. So we didn't, according to this here that you gave us. It goes on to another one. It had next 2023, the appropriation amount $350,000. It says disbursement total so far is $23,148. Unexpended balance is the words that you used. It has $326,852. I guess I don't know if these are appropriated, but we look at stuff like 2023, so far we've only spent $320 on transportation. I don't know if a lot of, Bill, you and I talked about these, we met, and I appreciate one of my recommendations where we needed an interim if the executive director was unable to carry on, because we need obviously more than one person being able to do the work. But when we look at food, a recommendation for rent, $15,000, because you do help military folks with $15,000, help them with their rent, you help them with utilities. Utilities, $2,173 with the Duke Energy bills that's jumping like this. I just don't think enough veterans know that they will pay for your utilities. I mean, these numbers are very, very low from what I was seeing. And then it had pharmacy, $0. I don't know if that's allowed, but if it is allowable, but it has on here things that are miscellaneous. It has doctors, it has pharmacies, it has medical pay. We did put $400 in medical pay. I'm just saying these numbers seem so low with 40,000 veterans. Eyeglasses, you know they need glasses, is $0. So I'm trying to get a better understanding. I know 23, we're trying to get back at it, but then I went 22, of course, that was a pretty tough year. We did spend $70 on glasses. But I mean, I'm running into so many people that need it. I don't even know you can get glasses for $70. Transportation, $30. Food, $5,000. Rent, we stay at that number of $14,000. I know there's rules because we know we've been doing rental assistance, so we understand rules. But some of these veterans have come to our JFS bus, and we've been helping them over there. We've done $100 million when really that could have opened up, and we got a lot more people that need it. We could have said, no, you go over here on the veteran side, and the veterans money would help you with the rental. That would open it up for a person who's not a veteran to be able to get those other dollars. That's why I think coordination is very, very expensive. You know how I feel about the bus passes. Buses are not delivering people to the front door. You might have to walk a little bit. Bernadette Watson, she called me up and said, hey, she had a veteran, and she called over there a couple years ago, and it was just not nice. This veteran was on a walker, got a bus pass, but had to take 2 buses and then still walk, and she couldn't believe it. And then Butler County and these folks got a van that's dropping you off at the front door. I wouldn't be against us having a van to drop our folks off to the front door. And then in 2021, it says appropriation amount $528,197. And then it says unexpended balance, $498,317. And then you go to transportation, $140. Clothing, $400. Food, $4,000. Rent went up a little bit, 21,000. Utilities still $2,292. I know there's some veterans out there that need their gas and electric paid. Of course, 2020, that's when we hit COVID. We understand that. $528,197, it says appropriated. That's what it says. Disbursement, $42,057. Unexpended, $486,140. But these are just what we were provided. So I wanted to, when I look at rent, utilities, I mean, those should be jumping off the charts. And then obviously, if it's allowed, because it says miscellaneous, so it must be allowed. Doctors, pharmacy, zero. Zero for pharmacy. Zero for glasses. So this is what y'all gave me. I just going by what you gave me. I don't have nothing else. But if those are not accurate, my point is, to bigger pieces, these numbers should be thousands of people. Even if these numbers are whatever it is, it still should be, to me, thousands. And so I want to help us get to helping thousands, and I want to help. Before I'm gonna let you give me a card. I'm gonna let you say something, but I wanted to say that I introduced this. I talked about it verbally last week. I want to introduce this week, because no matter who ends up being in charge, who is on the board, we have no say on the board. We have no say on who will be in charge, and this is beyond our board, because 20 years from now, it'll be somebody else. We need to have something for veterans that's part of our organizational chart here at the county. We have an org chart. We're adding different. We've got an office of small business. We got an office of youth. All these are good things. We have Mr. Anson. Even though we have a lobbyist outside, we've got him here to help be a liaison between Columbus and the folks inside. So I have a motion. I'm just going to pass this out. Y'all can have it. I asked the administrator to look into it, but I wanted it formally on the record. It's called Veteran Support Motion. In light of recent reports that tens of thousands of Hamilton County veterans have not been adequately served by the state-established Hamilton County Veterans Services Commission, I am submitting the following veteran support motion to help expand veteran services, maximize engagement, and strengthen accountability. Based on information provided by the county administration, Ohio state law indicates that Hamilton County Board of Commissioners does not appoint Veteran Services Commission board members or staff, nor does the Board of Commissioners have direct oversight over operations. As a result, I am recommending the following items be added as additional services to the veterans, which were included in my budget policy that was sent around in 2024. They are as follows. Number one, I'm recommending the establishment of an Office of Veteran Affairs that would report to our administration. That office, it's kind of like we have an Office of Women and Girls. It doesn't have to be full-time, but that office under the Board of Commissioners and the county administrator with an ombudsman. So we would have an ombudsman here to serve as a liaison between the citizens, the board, and Veteran Services Commission to better assist with delivery and marketing resources and opportunities to Hamilton County veterans. So that person will be assigned to it, because our offices only get 2 people, and we've got a lot we have to do. But that person will be assigned to being the liaison with Veteran Services Commission. Second, allocating additional funding to Veteran Service Commission to procure a van for transportation for veterans, provide the additional services to veterans that you all might recommend, and expand marketing and outreach efforts, which we will hear about later. Because we don't need to just have advertising if we can't deliver. We got to be able to deliver. And then the third thing is establishment of the county's first ever annual Hamilton County Veterans Appreciation Resource Day. I started working on one, but when I heard about this, I said we're going to postpone, because we want to have something even bigger. And this Resource Day appreciation for veterans in Hamilton County will be at our very own, I'm recommended having it at our very own Paycor Stadium with on-site application process. You can go there and apply right on site, and access to grants, housing, workforce, healthcare, disability, food assistance, and we'll have it a lot of fun for all the veterans. This day should be marketed and promoted with paid advertisements, so I want it in the budget, text messaging, and transportation services. And then I highlight, according to our stadium contract of the Paycor Stadium, community days are granted under the current lease. And one of those community days should be this. This event should be done before the Bengals season. I'm recommending maybe April, while the stadium sits empty. So I'd like to give this to the clerk, have that in there, and I know there'll be other things, but we need something over here, so when we get these type of things, we can't be surprised, and we will have an ongoing relationship with Veteran Affairs. So those are just my recommendations, but that's what I saw in this, what you gave us, and maybe if we misinterpreted, please let us know.